today we are doing section 12 of the Mpaara Trail.
Mount Sonda.
That's it, the Mount Sonda Trail. It's 16 kilometres, so we're not 100% sure whether we'll do all 16. We'll see how we go. But it's meant to be a pretty specky walk. Unfortunately today it's a little bit overcast, so it won't be too hot. But it should be great. I'll stick some photos in of Mount Sonda that I took this morning down at the Finke River campsite. It was very specky. Anyway, it's up that way somewhere. So here we go. So this is what we're doing, the Mount Sonda walk, 7k one way, 14k return, better than 16k. And that's where we camp, at the Finke River. So section 11 runs from Finke River to Redbank Gorge. 25.9k. That's a big day walk. Huge day walk. Yeah. Well, it is. It's on the base of the mountain, so it is actually, it's relatively flat. We might do that one day. Where are you going? Rightio. Section of this walk apparently is pretty tough. It's up a significant climb, about 400 metres I think. And then after that you basically walk along the ridge, up and over a few peaks and troughs, and then there's the final slog up to the top of Mount Sonda. So just looking at it, we're in for a bit of a hike up a hill here any minute now. Into it, so we're about half a kilometre from the lookout, which a lot of people mistake for the actual summit, reading the comments. So lookout's about 2.5k one way from the car park, so we're not far away. This is the Mount Sonda lookout, 2.6k from the car park. And we're going to push on to the Mount Sonda summit, which they say is 6 hours return.
To here.
Well, anyway, 5k, 10k, 4 an hour should be about 2.5 hours to get there, 2.5 back. So 5 hours to here, and then an hour to the car park, I think. Anyway, see how we go. How long have we been going? Just on an hour. Yeah, so that's about right. Rightio, 1,380 metres above sea level. So that's higher than the highest peak we climbed in Tassie.
Oh.
1,250 Mount Harts was. Just to put it into perspective, we are at, look at my watch, 968. So 400 odd metres to climb.
It's the 4th highest mountain in the Northern Territory. 850 million years old. There you go. Okay, let's push on. We'll show you the view when we get around the corner here. So far it's been just a steady uphill slog. It hasn't been too bad. The first section is probably the worst bit. First probably half a k, and then after that it's just a nice steady climb. It's not bad at all. Wow, it's an impressive landscape though. Oh, so where would Mount Sonda be?
It's the
third one?
No, the first highest peak. So it's the first peak. I'll show you.
We'll see.
Over there, there's like 3 lumps. Mount Sonda, I believe, is the middle lump, not the furthest one. Okay, how gorgeous is it? Past us, that did a sunrise summit. So they left the bottom at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and it would have been a magnificent walk because it was a beautiful full moon, and I think it was one of the largest or one of the brightest full moons for the year last night. It certainly illuminated the campsite like it was lit up by floodlights. So it would have been a beautiful walk, that one. But getting out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning to do it, don't know. It might take some convincing for that. So there's the summits in front of us there. We're still not exactly sure which one it is. We're hoping it's the closest one. Just on a really narrow little ridge at the top here. It drops off a good 400 metres either side. Okay, having a break. 7 kilometres in. It's about another 500 metres to go to the top. Check out this view though. It is just stunning. There are so many hills around here. But we've only got one to get to, and that's this one up here. Another 500 metres. We're there. We're puffing and blowing. It's been a pretty constant 7 kilometres uphill. Whew. Anyway, so there you go. That's Mount Sonda. You can see just there that peak, but obviously you can't get to it without a lot more climbing. But the All Trails Trail ends here, so we have officially made it. But what a specky view. Just have a look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. So we're just going to have a sandwich. What did that take us? 3 hours and 2 minutes. That's pretty much what they say it takes, 3 hours. So just going to have a sanger and a drink. I love a coffee, but there's no coffee shop up here. And then we're going to start the walk back. They say about 2.5 hours to get back. So, but boy, oh boy, that's a great walk. Really good walk. Very strenuous. It's uphill, like I said, 7.5k uphill all the way. But it's not difficult at all. It's just demanding. But it's a great walk. Okay, so there we go. That's our lunch backdrop. Mount Sonda in the background. Yeah, sandwich time. We're on the Ormiston Gorge pound walk today. And have a look at this. T-shirts, short sleeve shirts. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we could do shorts today. It's been a long time coming, but have a look at the scenery here. That's looking back towards Ormiston Gorge. It is just gorgeous. But the one thing we notice is that there is hardly any wildflowers. When we did this walk a couple of years ago, the place was just teeming, mostly with bulla, those purple sort of fluffy rabbit tail flowers. There was millions of them, and today not one. Ties in with the lack of birds as well, although today for the first time we've seen a few budgies, so that was encouraging. But still, wildflowers or not, it's stunning scenery. Well, we're puffing. We did say yesterday we had a really quiet, easy day today, didn't we? So we opted for the 10k walk through the Pound and Ormiston Gorge. But boy, oh boy, it is just beautiful. Budgies again this morning, and I've come back down to Ormiston Gorge to try and get some photos of the gorge as the sun gets up and illuminates the walls. Last time we were here there was a beautiful reflection in the water, so it was just stunning. So I thought I'd sneak out, let Lisa have a bit of a sleep in, and just see if we can get some photos of the gorge. Nice chilly morning, 4 degrees. It's beautiful. See how we go. Okay, let me just show you where we are. So we're in the Northern Territory, obviously, and we're camped on a little spot, or camped in a little spot called 2 Mile Camp on the Finke River, which is in the West MacDonnell National Park, not far from Glen Helen. And there we are, just parked there. Lisa's got the fire going, but it's a gorgeous place, absolutely gorgeous place. We stayed here a couple of years ago, right on the river. Beautiful backdrops. You can see the red walls there that are the walls of the gorge of the Glen Helen Gorge. And you can't quite see it now because the sun's shining, but we look back up towards Mount Sonda, which we climbed the other day. So we're actually in recovery mode at the moment. We did Mount Sonda, which is 16k the other day. That was a serious effort climb. And then we thought we'd have a rest day today, so we just did 10k doing the Ormiston Pound Walk and Ormiston Gorge Walk, which is spectacular. Ormiston Gorge is breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. So the boss has got the fire going. We've managed to find ourselves some firewood, which is good. The wood we got in South Australia, I think it's called woolly bark. Oh, it is such good wood for fires, but there doesn't seem to be much of it around here. So we're going to have to find some more of that and stock up the firewood bin on the back of the van. Anyway, we're just here for another night. We've been here for 2. We've got 1 more, so 3 nights all up, and then we're going to go and there's another free camp, which is a little bit further towards the east. Oh yeah, this is not free, by the way. So national parks in Northern Territory, everything's changed. The whole world's changed. So there's no facilities here, no power, no water, no toilets, no nothing, just a river to swim in. But it's still $10 per person per night, which I think is a bit expensive for no facilities at all. No rubbish collection, no nothing. It's a bit rich, I reckon. And that's on top of the, how much was the park pass?
$60 a person.
So there you go, for 12 months. Was it?
Yeah.
So there, it's $120 for 2 people for 12 months, National Parks Pass. And then you've got to pay for all your camping on top of that. We don't mind paying, especially if there's some facilities, or we don't need anything flash. But when you get nothing and you're paying $10 per person per night, that's a bit rich, I think. Northern Territory government might have to rethink that. Anyway, it's time to break out the wine and sit back by the fire and enjoy the sunset. We're in Palm Valley, and Palm Valley is about 20 kilometres south of Hermansburg, which is on the sort of southern side of the West MacDonnell Ranges. And there's a beautiful gorge up here that we're going for a walk to. It's about a 4 kilometre walk from the campground up to the gorge. You can drive it, there's a road here, but we thought it's only 4k, might as well walk it. We haven't done enough walking for a while. But last night was pretty exciting. Apparently there was dingoes going crazy. There's dingoes walking around the camp. And they were just outside where the van was, howling away. Apparently they went 3 times. Did you hear them? Yeah. So we'll just let the traffic go past. Cheating. It's bloody peak hour. So Yeah, the dingo's going crazy at the campground. This road is meant to get pretty rough actually, so that's why we decided might as well just walk it. It's only 4k. So up we go to Palm Valley, and I don't know if you can swim here or not. I'm sure.
I wouldn't be doing it anyway.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look. All right, we'll show you what it's like when we get there.
What it's like.
There we go. They do say 4-wheel drives only. So the campsite at Palm Valley is actually really nice. It's right beside the creek, or beside the river. I don't think it's the Finke River. I think it's a tributary of the Finke River. But they've got flushing toilets, solar showers. There's no power, and you've got to take your rubbish with you when you leave. But really nice site. It's nice and level.
Communal fire pits.
Yeah, communal fire pits. That was great fun last night. It was nice to be sociable again, actually. It's been quite a while since we've been able to sit outside and have a yak around the fire, so it was really nice. But I wouldn't recommend it for big vans. We're only 16'6", and it was a little bit of a squeeze getting us in, but apparently there's a couple of bigger sites. I might have a look at those.
18 and 19.
Yeah, show you what they're like, and just assess whether they're suitable for big vans or not. The other thing is the road in is 16 kilometres of corrugations. Not terribly bad corrugations, but still corrugated, so you've got to let your tyres down. Okay, park information. Palm Valley, 4 kilometres. I'm exhausted already. It's nice to be doing a nice flat walk, that's for sure. And a lot of hills in the last few months. So this one apparently is a nice
Don't
flat
jinx
walk.
it.
Here's a tricky little creek crossing. That's why they say high clearance 4-wheel drives only, obviously. How's that scenery? It's gorgeous. Most of that's the seeds off the rushes. Careful of crocodiles and jump out and grab you. So we've got a car coming through to see how bad these holes are. There we go, piece of cake. So this little part of it is called Gorge, and as we get up a bit further you might be able to see the cycads. It's a bit dark there. Might be able to see the cycads on the side of it, but have a look how gorgeous it is. Spectacular. So we've come off the track. We're just going to walk up the creek bed here because there's a nice rocky base here in the creek bed. Apparently the road gets pretty rough from here on up to the actual Palm Valley, which is about another 1.5k. Oh, it's just a stunning place. So here's the cycads growing along the cliff face here. It mustn't get much sunshine, it must be shady all the time. Maybe in the middle of summer there might be a bit of sun in here. This is just stunning. Okay, so that was 4.6k. What's your watch say?
4.6.
4.6k from the campsite to the start of Palm Valley, or as we like to call it now, Mulumpukina. So there's two walks. There's a short 2k loop and a longer 5k loop. So we might just do the 5k loop and see how we go. Oh, yeah. The road in, by the way, changes dramatically after you get to the start of that Cycad Gorge, and it's definitely four-wheel drive high clearance stuff there. There's lots of little jump ups and water crossings and things like that. You'd be very brave to try it in a standard two-wheel drive, although there is a bongo van here, so I don't know how they went, but they did very well to get that up here. Okay, I'll head up the hill. So we're about, what's that, 6.5k into it, into our 13-kilometre hike, so almost at halfway. Just been up through the inland country and come back down to the gorge now. A couple of big bungles out there in the distance. Rightio, follow Lisa. Had somebody ask me a question why I wear these scarves, and when we were in Tassie they were great for keeping your neck warm, well, for two reasons: keeping your neck warm and also stopping your neck from getting sunburnt while you're out walking. But now it's not so cold, they're also great when you're hiking in warm weather, because you just dunk them in the water, tip your bottle of water on them, and put them around your neck, and they have a fantastic cooling effect. So they're really good. Plus it makes me feel a little bit more like Mac Preston. I've got the belly for it. Rightio, we found a nice shady ledge. Let's sit and have a mandarin and look out over the valley. Beautiful. And we're down off the top of the cliffs, and now it's about a 4k walk. Yeah. It's beautiful. About a 4k walk back along the valley floor.
Was that only a K that we've done?
It was 4.7 when we started, it's now 6.7, so we've done 2. Because there's lots of water here because they had all that rain come through the area about a week ago, I suppose, wasn't it? We were down near Uluru sitting it out, waiting for the rain to pass over Alice Springs. So there's lots of water around, and everything's got a slight green tinge to it, which is just lovely. So we're coming into Palm Valley's premier location. So these are red cabbage palms. I'll stick the scientific name in down the bottom if you're interested. Apparently the closest location to here where these things grow is Queensland. Starts Lorella Springs, that's the word. That's where it is, Lorella Springs in Queensland. But these are, they reckon there's about 1,500 years separation between the two. I'm not sure how that works. So cool. But they reckon in this area here, if you group all the areas together where these things grow, it's only about 1 square kilometre.
Only about 9,000 of them.
9,000 of them. And that was a survey taken in 2008. Yeah. Cool.
And most of them are little.
Yeah. And the other thing is they've got a real problem with couch grass, which is invading everything. You can see it everywhere. And they're saying that one of the problems is the couch forms such a dense matting that when the seeds fall, they never actually make it to the soil because they sit on top of the grass, and so they don't germinate. The other interesting thing is when they did the survey in 2008, apparently they had a whole team of people just walking up the valley very slowly, and they'd stand right next to the trunk and put its GPS location in, its exact GPS location. That's for every single one of these palms, and then an estimation of the height of it. So every single one of these palms, as you look down the valley, like they said there's about 9,000 of them, was plotted. just to make sure they don't move. And here's another interesting fact for you. So they're called red cabbage palms. And the reason they're called red cabbage palms is when they're juveniles, the leaves are red. And we've been looking around to see if we can find one. And here it is, right here. Apparently when they're at a larger, small size, yeah, they used to pull the heart out and, oh yeah, and eat that. There's another one, little juvenile one just here. And a tiny little one just there. Oh, there you go. And I know all these facts because the ranger did a talk yesterday afternoon. Told us all this stuff. What are you doing?
Just having a sit.
She almost made it. I reckon your feet and everything are soaking wet now. You might as well just walk through the water, but it'll be slippery, so. It's only 6 kilometres or something like that. You'll be fine. You okay?
If
So
you just moved out the way, I could have swung myself around.
So it's my fault. Okay, I understand. Oh well, they'll be dry by the time we get back.
Well, the pants are fine.
You know, it's funny, I'm the one that always says I love the water, but you seem to be the one that's always going swimming. Another day, another hike. So today we're going to do the Mpaara Track. 5k, 2 hours, a loop up around the hills and back again. So it should be good. Nice cool day today. It's nice cool breeze blowing. But the sun is out, the sky is beautiful and blue. It's a glorious day. Ready for this?
Yeah,
Let's go. So that's looking back towards Valley, back that way somewhere. How cool is this? Pretty cool? Very pretty cool. Spin around the other way and have a look as well. Wow, it's just beautiful. So we're going to double up. We're going to do the Kalarranga Walk. It's another 2.5k, so it's not that far. But boy oh boy, that first walk, the Mpaara Track, far out. It is absolutely beautiful. That is stunning. Once you get into that natural amphitheatre, stunning. Anyway, we'll push on up here, 2.5k up to the lookout. There we go, end of the trail, top of the lookout. Just gonna have a bit of a break, a bit of mandarin, and a nice cool drink. But this has been a stunning couple of walks, absolutely beautiful. Just had a shower, nice and refreshed. So I'll just show you around the campsite here a little bit. So this is where we are, just tucked in here, and in front of us, beautiful grassy area here that sort of runs the length of the campsite. Don't know if you can see it down that way. And then just down over here, two very brave lads having a swim this afternoon. A lot keener than I am, but the water's not too bad. It's a little bit stained, but it's not too bad. But the creek runs all the way down the front of the campsite. How good is that? So there's flushing toilets, solar showers. There's a few taps around the place you can top up the water. The water looks really good. It's obviously filtered, but they do say to boil it before you drink it, as most of these places do. So you see the shower block there, a couple of barbecues. Neither of those are working at the moment, unfortunately. There's a rainwater tank over there for water, drinking water as well. And one of the things that we love a lot is a communal fire pit. And there's probably 3 communal fire pits around the campsite. So I think there's 20 campsites all up, and then there is an overflow place as well. There's the communal fire pit. So here's the pick of the sites if you've got a big van. Site number 18 and site number 19 are by far the biggest. And then 16 is not far behind it. So if you've got a caravan, if you can get into 16, 18 or 19, they're the pick of your sites. But we got in with a little bit of shuffling, wasn't too hard. But it's a beautiful place, really, really nice, and the hikes around here are stunning, absolutely stunning. Rightio, we're pulling out of the Palm Valley Gorge National Park, the campsite there. What a beautiful little campsite. Everything you could want except a PowerPoint, but it's been delightful. Beautiful grassy bank there, trees are gorgeous, lovely shade. 10 out of 10 I reckon that one. It was a cracker, absolute cracker. The only downside is the road in is a little bit bumpy, a little bit stony, so you just need to let your tyres down. Don't forget to let your tyres down and take it nice and easy. You'll get in no trouble at all. So from here we're back into Alice. We're going to stock up on the groceries, top up on fuel and water, and then we're out to the East MacDonnell Ranges and to Trafina Gorge. And what's the campground we're staying in? Panorama Campground, which came quite highly recommended from one of the other campers just here at Palm Valley. So we're looking forward to that, doing the East MacDonnells as well as covering the West MacDonnells, which have just been beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So anyway, it's about another 140k I think to get back into Alice Springs.
And just a little tip on this campground, some of the sites are a bit so there's a great wiki comment from a guy who lists, you know, the ones you can get into, ones you can't get into in a van. Absolutely brilliant. So, but if you've got the choice, 18 or 19.
Or 20.
Or 20. 18 and 19.
18, 19 the pick, 20 is just as good. But yeah, check out that comment on WikiCamps. He's excellent, that guy. But he does a really good detailed rundown of all the campsites, of all the bays in the campsites. Okay, let's go. So we've just pulled up here. I'm just going to get some quick footage. This is so impressive. The cliffs coming in here are just magnificent. So I'll just get back and show you. Have a look at this. It is just so cool. Just magnificent. What a beautiful place. Absolutely stunning. You see, this is the Finke River that you crisscross backwards and forwards as you're heading in or out. All right, we better get going. There's a trailer behind us somewhere, so we don't want to hold him up. How cool is this place?
I can feel the rain start to fall. Are you still running down those side streets with them alley cats and barking dogs? You feel the fear of losing everything, like walking round with broken glass in the dark. Try to bury all those memories. You light the match and watch the whole world burn.